So we're going to do a NISSAN JUKE. This one's bladed, so the key looks like this. Like this. What you're going to need for this is going to need screwdriver, star, trim tool. You're going to need the smart aerial for this because it's a bladed key. It can't read the secret key code that the keyless ones can do. So we need to pre-code it even though this key's come from Nissan. So we're going to have the car running while I strip this down. Just because it's first thing in the morning, make sure it's got enough battery in it if it's been sitting overnight. So first thing we're going to do is this panel, it just pulls off. I might need two hands to pull this off, so give me 1 second. So that just pulls forward like that. You can unclip all these multi-plugs if you want, you don't have to. So this is our UCH here. So we're just going to take this screw out. No, sorry. This back screw, this one here, and that's going to release the UCH, and we'll just work this forward so it's screw under here, not this one here. And we'll work this out and get our cable plugged into it. So that's just a starry screw under here, so we'll get that first. So that's the screw out now. So we just need to pull this forward. Just be careful because some of the wires are always all tangled. It's this connector we need to take out here, but I'm going to get more access to it. I'll pause the video and then I'll work it right down. So I find if you pull it out and then sort of flatten it, that should be enough access to get into there. It's this one, but we'll just double check from our picture. So black at the side, black at the side, grey at the other side of the sticker, grey at the other side of the sticker. So it's this one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the car off and then I'm going to take out that grey connector at the back. This is where it's maybe handy to bring a flat screwdriver with you, because see this little clip in here, it's easier. So this here, there's like a little clip here. I'm going to try put the screwdriver at the bottom there and sort of turn it to work it up to bring this out because it's very tight. It's just a hit or a miss whether these are tight or not. So that's the connector out. So now we can get the ADC cable, plug this end into that, and then the end of that grey bit into that. So I've got this end into the UCH now. Kind of had to work it around these wires and actually put it around the back way to make it fit in. Now we need to connect up this and this. So there we go. Actually went round not too bad. So that in there, and then the other end of the cable is here. That's that all connected up. The OBD is on this side, so we'll put that on here, and then we'll connect this into the end of the Smart Pro cable, the ADC 2000 cable. Just like that. So now we're ready to jump in and connect up the Smart Pro. Okay, before I even start, I'm just going to connect up my smart aerial because, as I said, even though this key's come from Nissan, we need to pre-code it using the smart aerial because it can't read the secret code like the keyless ones do. So ignition's off. Here we go. So, program keys, Yep. Yep. So that's the working key in here. Ignition's on. So very much like the Renault Traffic. It did say it was going in a Renault 2021 system. So this is what the Renault Traffic does. So I'll just leave this, I'll pause it while this calculates up. That's it nearly done. Ignition off. Closing that door. Right, so we'll just let this run up now. It's nearly done now. So we're going to say yes, even though it's a genuine key. So just going to put this in the smart aerial. And my smart aerial is a bit dodgy. The cable on it's not the best. So I'm going to maybe have to make sure. Well, I'll try it like this. You sometimes have to hold this in a specific way. That's in there, I think. Just that in here like that. I'll pause this and I'll come back once it's done. There we go. No, because we're only doing one. Yes. Oh. So ignition off. Here's the first one on. So again, like the Renault Traffic, another bladed one. On the Renault Traffic you don't need to pre-code though. So it's okay with that. I always just give that a few seconds because it says programming key, it's like it's actually doing something, although it just lets you press OK. So yes, we want to do more. Take this one. Set next key. Ignition on. See, it talks like it's doing something. Just give it a few seconds. Nope. Working. So we'll disconnect all of this and connect this back up. check it starts, and then we'll finish putting it all back together. I just pulled the OBD out. Now we need to get the grey connector out of my cable and my cable out of the UCH. So we'll try and get this one out first. Again, we might need a flat screwdriver, so I'm going to try that one first. It was very tight to get off, so that's my cable out. Now it's just a case of putting the grey connector back into its slot on the UCH. There we go. When you do that, just make sure all the doors are unlocked. Gives you plenty of warnings about that on the Smart Pro. So what I'm going to do now is check both the keys start before I start putting screws back in and putting this back up. Key 1, locked, unlock, simulates them coming in. Just to get my foot on the clutch. Starts fine. We'll go out. Lock, get the new key, unlock, both keys are working. We just need to get this back in here. Maybe have to use 2 hands, but oh, there we go. So it kind of slides in up the top there, and then you just line this bottom bit, this bit here, with the screw, and we'll put the starry screw back in there. So that's a screw in the bottom there that's back in place. So it's a case of lifting this back up and pushing it back into place. Last bit to go on. There we go, so that's that complete.